Ernest, to look at him, you wouldn't think he is one of the finest English students in the country, but I used to live down where he is at, and his teacher was so proud of him that every time that somebody'd come in to visit the school, why, they'd get his class up in front of the little school and start asking them questions. Well, I went over there one day and I sat down in the back of the school there, and of course the teacher got his class up right away and started asking them English questions. Come to Ernest, said, Ernest, get up there and tell us the difference between prose and poetry. Well, Ernest didn't know, and it sort of embarrassed the teacher. And she says, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll write some on the board. I'll write some prose, and then I'll write some poetry. So she wrote, there was an old woman that lived on a hill, and last week she moved to town. She says that's prose because it doesn't rhyme. Then she wrote, there was an old woman lived on a hill, and if she's not dead, she's a-living there still. She says that's poetry because it does rhyme. Ernest says, I understand that all right. So the next morning she thought she'd catch him on it. She says, Ernest, get up there and tell us the difference between prose and poetry this morning. Ernest jumped up and he said, there was an old woman that lived by the well, and when she died, she went to, what do you want, prose or poetry?